I love sharing with others on how impactful MI Lead is. I have lots and lots of stories now that I've collected over the years, stories of where leaders have made profound impacts in the work environment. It's engaging. My favorite of the stories is actually the first time that I actually used MI Lead in a consulting session with an executive leader. I had told her about MI Lead and she was excited to learn. So I explained what it was. And after that consulting session, she was invited to go into a work group to look at a problem that was happening. Now, when she went into the work group, they explained what the problem was. And as she heard it, she already knew what to do about it because when she used to be on the front line, she had the same problem and had fixed it back then. You can imagine what she might have done. Think about it. She knows the answer. She knows how to fix it. What do you think she could have done in that moment? What might all of us do? If you guessed it, that she told him the answer, you're right. She did. She told him, hey, fix it this way. Gave him the solution. And how do you think she might have felt from that? Well, if you guessed that she was feeling good, that she felt like, hey, I accomplished this, then you're right. She did. She felt like, hey, I gave him the solution. We don't have to keep meeting. Now they can go and do it and we can move on. She left. She felt good. However, how do you think the team felt as they sat there and she told them how to fix it and walked off? Well, if you guessed the answer to this one, they did not feel good about it. They didn't feel like they were heard. They didn't feel engaged. And frankly, they didn't want her to come back. So they told the person that was running the work group that they didn't want her to come back. She went over and met with this executive and gave the bad news, saying that the team was upset enough that they really didn't want her to come back to this work group. So the executive came and talked to me about the situation, and she was kind of upset. She didn't understand what just happened. She knew she went in there. She was excited. She helped them figure out the solution or told them. So she didn't understand. So I walked her through kind of what happened, why it would happen that way, and I coached her on the skills of MI Lead. Now what happened next was pretty cool. She went back to the work group when they met next, and she used all the skills we talked about, the MI Lead skills. She had a very different outcome this time. In fact, it was such a different outcome that the person that was running the work group came to my office because I was just down the hallway, and she didn't know I was working with this executive. She came to me and said, oh my gosh, Jason, guess what just happened? And I was like, well, what? And she told me how exciting it was that this executive was really empowering and felt so great that she communicated and listened to them and heard their thoughts and ideas. And she said the whole team was just kind of shocked by this and loved working with her that way. So I said, great, that's wonderful. And then I had my next coaching session with the executive. In that meeting, the executive was excited as well. She said, oh my gosh, that worked so well. Everybody was engaging with me. They wanted to talk to me. They came up with a solution that was really a great idea. I could really buy into it. I said, well, that's great. She said, the funny part is I've known about motivational interviewing for a very long time. And as a clinician, when I worked, I used it with my patients all the time. And I knew how effective it was because I knew motivational interviewing. She said, but the thing is I never thought about using it as a leader. And that's the point. A lot of people don't. Instead, we go into leadership thinking we're the ones that always have to have all the answers. We're the ones that have to always fix things. We're the ones that have to have the solutions. And that's not necessarily the case. MI Lead engages employees. It empowers them. It helps get them to a place where they can own their work and get excited about it. It has profound impacts when it's applied to the workplace. And that is what the executive found when she went and applied it.